So today I'm going to convince you on why you should play or watch sports. The first reason that I would like to build off of is that it can help with your overall health. Cardiovascular issues are something that I have personally dealt with in my life, and I know that it's a growing problem around the United States. And playing sports and just being active in general allows you to build your heart muscles, build your overall body into a more healthy being, so it can prevent those. I know for me personally, I had a heart problem when I was younger, and one thing my doctor said is once I was fully good to go, and that was past me, is to keep being active, because it'll allow for my heart to build and be stronger, and it will decrease any later heart problems that I could have had later down the line. The second of which is it decreases obesity, so by staying active, you're not just sitting around doing nothing, eating and putting on a bunch of pounds that creates an obese person. Obviously, this is an issue we've dealt with in the United States. We have a very obese society overall, but one way we can decrease that is just being more active, both when we're younger, and while we're being active younger, we build those things that we start to like, that's exercise and stuff like that, for later down through our life. It also allows the body to grow, so you get good bone growth, you get good muscle build, and it allows for your muscles to just kind of build in and make you stronger throughout your life. It can also reduce stress, because you're not just dealing with your schoolwork, your family, whatever else. You're playing this sport, and it just can allow your mind to just go elsewhere. And I know one thing that I like to do if I'm feeling extra stressed is go for a run or play basketball with some friends. It just allows me not to think too much on the things that are really on my mind, and it just allows me to relieve some of that stress that life throws at you. The second point I'd like to make is that it gives social benefits. So as you're on a team, you have teammates, and many of those teammates become your friends because you're spending practice time, you're playing with them, you're doing all these different activities with your teammates, and sooner or later they'll become friends. I know personally for me, I played sports in middle school, and many of my teammates at the time in middle school are still my friends today. So by playing sports, you can just build relationships with others, and it allows you just to have a healthier social life, and it will also reduce your stress. Second one is it will build both your character and a bunch of different other attributes, just because you're doing something that you might not be doing if you're just doing schoolwork. So one of those things is teamwork. So you're working with others, and that'll allow you down the line later in your life when you have to work with your coworkers, that you've already had this experience where you've had to kind of work with someone else and build towards an ultimate goal. And so it can build some good attributes later down in your life. It can also build confidence. So if you're doing well at a sport, then if you're doing well in a sport, then you can start to build that confidence, and you're like, yeah, I can do this. And even when things get challenging, it'll allow you just to have this overall better self-esteem about yourself, because you've already gone through some of those trials and tribulations. As Bo Hansen, a 4-time Olympian, has stated, 95% of Fortune 500 company CEOs played sports in high school. So it'll allow you to kind of build that schedule within your head because you have played a sport. And then my last point is, according to the Aspen Institute, test scores for athletes are about 40% higher than non-athletes. And I think this is due because you have to build a work ethic, you have to build a schedule. It just gives a lot more structure to your life than not playing sports would. So that's my pitch on why you should play or watch sports.